Hello, Peter.
Yeah, that's right.
My name's Neil Waters.
Waters, how are you?
I'm good, mate. A fella by the name of Ian. Oh, I forget his surname. Doesn't not coming to
Yeah,
me. He gave me your number. Apparently, you saw a tiger last night.
yeah.
Would you like to tell me all about it?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just checked the foster community group, and some arsehole goes, oh, they're around the shallow inlet all the time. You know, fucking arsehole. But anyway, um, yeah. Listen, I was about 11:30 last night. I was driving back from Currumborough. I just crested the hill, coming down into Foster.
Yep.
Going past the O'Grady's house, the O'Grady's house, which they sold. I did that slow right-hand turn going past the Foster, welcome to Foster sign or whatever's there.
Yep.
And as I straightened up, this this object, this animal came out from the edge of the road. Came into headlight view basically,
Yep.
and headed straight across me. And it had a long black tail, and what fucking made me jump was it had stripes.
Okay.
Right? So it was dark grey, blackish stripes, blackish tail. Didn't really see what the head was like because the stripes got me attention.
Sure.
And it just snapped across the road. So I probably saw it for about, I don't know, 5 to 8 seconds maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, unlike anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than a fox, so I reckon it was about 600 mil to a metre for the tail length.
Yep.
And the body was about the same. I'm not going to say it was like a greyhound because it wasn't that skinny. It was a little bit sort of plumper than that, but it wasn't a fox and it wasn't a cat. Didn't have the cat posture. It wasn't a dog. Didn't have the dog posture. Didn't even look in my direction. Just zoomed straight across the road. Yeah, and that was it.
What
So,
sort of distance from it were you as you approached?
it's probably about 70 metres, maybe 50 metres, 70 metres.
What sort of car you got?
I've got a extra.
So it's got good lights on it.
Oh yeah, well, it was on high beam. There's nothing around.
Yep.
Yeah, I might have even been. Yeah, I reckon I was about 40 to 50 metres away, maybe.
Yep.
I can sort of judge a bit of stuff. Because I've been a train driver, so.
Oh yeah, so you know about distance.
Know about distance, and I've done lots of historical research over 30, 40 years, so I'm really good on reporting stories and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So I thought, my first thought was, fuck, that's a Tasmanian tiger thing. They're supposed to be extinct.
Yeah, that's what
So
everybody says.
yeah, I know. So anyway, but the stripes weren't like the Tasmanian tiger, where they went all the way down nearly to the belly.
Okay, so they're a bit longer.
They were uniform all the way down the body. It wasn't like, and they were angled at about 30 degrees probably, from the top all the way down. It wasn't it seemed like it had it didn't really have thin hair. It sort of seemed a little bit slightly fluffier, or a bit plumper maybe, but it wasn't scraggly hair, if you know what I mean.
Sure, so it wasn't something with mange or anything like that.
No, absolutely not. No, it wasn't a fox, bigger than a fox. Yeah, so anyway, I thought, I'll put it on the foster community group. As a strange sighting. Now, I've lived in East Gippsland and been in East Gippsland since the mid-60s, early 60s. Done lots of camping around the Snowy and all those places. Been in Melbourne for 30, 40 years or something, and now I'm back here. But I've got parents that were bird lovers and did bird sightings and all that sort of stuff. So I had a lot of time in the bush. I was expecting a wombat, not this thing. So yeah, I got on the community group and I'm getting, you must have been drinking, or it must be big possum, and then bloody smart ass comment, which is fairly typical of people that are arrogant. Oh yeah, they're around here all the time. Obviously someone who hasn't seen one. Yeah, and that's it. So there you go. And then Ian contacted me, and I had a talk. Yeah.
If you were going to say it was the same size as a particular type of dog, roughly, what breed of dog would you suggest?
Oh, well. Well, in height, it was probably about the same height as a whippet.
Okay.
Right. That's the height, but the shape was different, and it was a lot longer.
Okay. Was there anything else about its locomotion that stood out at all, or you were just too busy looking at them stripes?
Just too busy. Nearly running off the road with the stripes, mate. There we go. Yeah. Unless it was a dead dog being dragged across the road with a bloody rope and they'd painted stripes on it. Look, I don't know.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like it.
No, it's certainly not. I really don't recall observing the head.
Yep.
Because you see the animal and then the stripes grab you, and I'm going, what the fuck,
Was the tail curved or was the tail straight?
Straight out.
Dead straight.
Dead straight, yeah.
Horizontal or pointing down?
Horizontal.
Okay.
So, and it wasn't like a cat, it wasn't like a panther, it wasn't like one of those things, because it had the skinny legs. It didn't have the thick panther-like heavy legs. And
yeah, well, they're very muscular, aren't they?
Yes, very. Not that I've seen them either, but...
well, they're meant to be out there as well. You don't want to bump into one of them, I don't think.
No. So...
I was in Foster last year with Ian, actually, in winter last year.
Yeah.
As the crow flies, how far from the edge of the town are you there where you saw it?
Oh, that's about 4 kilometres probably.
Okay, so a little bit out.
A little bit out, yeah. On the community thing, I put Lundstrom's Road.
So that's a bit further up the hill there.
And it was further up the hill than Lundstrom's Road.
Right.
I just needed a quick ID, so I went to Google Maps because
that was the closest.
Yeah, nothing was close to it, but yeah, it's on that. Coming down into Foster, you go over the crest and that's straight down, and then you do a slight right to go, and then you've got that long straight downhill. Well,
yeah.
I was just coming out of that curve, heading down that long straight, and that's where it was. And it was heading from west to east.
West to east, okay.
Yeah.
So it was on your right and went to the left.
It was on my right and went to the left, yep.
Excellent. Now, what's up in there? There's an old Telstra site or something up there, isn't there? Old PMG site or something on the left there? As you get closer to town?
That's an embankment there, and it's downhill on that side of the
yeah,
road.
we did a bit of driving around up in there last year when Ian was showing me around the area there, so
yeah.
I got a bit of an idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
awesome.
Yeah, well, he said they've probably got a 50-kilometre range, because I was estimating about 10-kilometre range, but because I go for a walk with me cat and we do 2 kilometres, a kilometre out and a kilometre back.
Yep.
The cat hasn't got a lead, but just follows the dog and me. So. Oh, it's absolutely awesome. They bloody hassle me. I'm in bed, watching TV and they're bloody hassling me to go for a walk. So, I've got to get dressed again. So,
Oh, that'll keep you busy, mate. That'll keep you busy.
well, it does. It's good.
Well, look, you're not alone. I've had numerous sightings out that way. This year we've had, I don't know how many sightings reports we've had this year, but it'd have to be, at least half a dozen that are recent this year, and then we've got all the historical ones we get as well.
Oh, wow.
But we had 3 sightings in April in Tasmania alone.
Oh, wow.
And then we had another sighting in South Australia about 10 days ago as well. So they're everywhere and they're nowhere. They're a bit of a pain in the ass to find, but they seem to keep popping out somewhere. Someone sees them all the time. So
it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. Well, I'd never really got into looking for them, so or whatever. And it's only the last day or today that I've started to realise that they're all over the place.
Yeah, they're definitely in every state on the mainland, and they always have been. There's a lot of rumours about how they brought them over from Tassie and let them go in Wilson's Promontory, but that's all bullshit. They were seen on the mainland in the 1800s, well before any of that stuff could have happened.
Wow.
Yeah. So
well, that stands to reason if they'd been around before the sea level rise, well, they would have roamed all over the place, and the sea just stopped them from.
Well, it just isolated the Tasmanian ones from the rest of them, really. That's all it did.
That's exactly right. And then the farming community and clearing lands just leaned them out a bit.
Yeah, there would have been probably dozens, if not hundreds of them shot on the mainland over the years.
Yeah.
But a lot of people back in the day didn't know a dog from a fox,
Yeah.
So it's sort of a bit of a shame. But there are accounts. There was one shot up in the Snowies back in the 1920s that was given to a scientist, and that's the newspaper report, and that's where the trail goes cold. You don't find anything else. Once it hits a scientist, you never hear nothing else.
Yeah.
So
they only confirm things that they believe in,
or the things they want you to know about. Even if they know things are there, they won't tell you.
And it's extreme confirmational bias for
It
scientists and archaeologists, I tell you.
Yeah, 99% of scientists agree with anybody who's funding their research, yeah?
Well, of course. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, I did research in a similar vein, and everybody poo-pooed what I said, but bad luck. I stand by what I say. So, but anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, no worries. Mate, are you okay if I put this interview out on our YouTube channel for people to have a listen to?
Sure can.
Excellent, no worries.
Can.
It'll be
so long as I'm not doing ads for Cadbury's chocolate.
No, there'll be no sponsorship deals, I'm afraid. I wish there was. Nah, that's all good, mate. No worries. All right. Well, look, thanks very much for that. You got my number there. If you hear anything else or see anything else, feel free to give me a ring.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to talk to Laurie O'Grady.
Yep.
I know him because apparently he saw one in the 70s.
Yep.
He's on that hill, so I'll contact him when I see him next and whatever.
Well, Ian's just up that other side of that hill when you're heading a bit further east. There's that road at the top of the hill that goes east along the ridge there.
Oh, yeah.
Ian's up there. He's not far from the main road, maybe a few clicks, 5 clicks maybe at the most. So not far.
Well,
so
which way, heading towards Ballara or the Falls Road, O'Grady's Road?
O'Grady's Road, I think, heading that way.
Yeah, I thought it was Falls Road, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so could I, mate. I'm geographically challenged sometimes.
Yeah.
It's all good, though. I know north, east, west and south.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
place names do my head in. But anyway, yeah, look, thanks very much for your info, mate. I appreciate it.
All right, then. No worries. Well, I hope it can be all catalogued and bloody put into some sort of database or something.
It will be. I guarantee it.
Terrific. No worries.
All right, good work.
All right,
thanks very much, Cobber.
Okay, see you, matey.
Ta-da.
Bye. Okay, bye.